Alright folks, this is literally take 2. As you'll see in the later part of this video, the take 1 was what I made in the morning. Unfortunately, my camera did not record the first part of this video very well. Okay, take 2. So we have one more software update with us. This is 2021.32.10 and it is right in the heels of the 2021.25.5, the video that I released a couple of days ago. So we have 32.10 now. You probably have seen tweets about a 32.5 that has been released for the US and Canadian counterparts. Now that one is feature rich. That one has got the cabin camera monitoring, the distracted drivers and stuff like that. But in our update here in Australia, we only have immersive sound, and we also get the 32 update, which is Greek language support as well. Now let's test this immersive sound. It says immersive sound now has additional granularity along with auto setting, which will adjust based on the type of content playing. To access this, you need to tap on media, audio settings, and immersive sound, and then click on auto. Let's do that now. Let's go into the media settings there. Let's pull that up and bring up settings. That's search. Let's bring up settings. Okay, here we see that there is a separate section at the bottom which says immersive sound. You can turn it off like so. You can set it to low. You can set it to standard, or you can click on auto. And right now this is my equalizer setting. Unfortunately, although we're going to test it now to see how this works, we cannot translate it to the video, I'm afraid, but you'll have to take my word for it. Now I do not want to have a content strike if it is a DRM'd content, so I'm going to play one of my own compositions. This is a wind instrument and string rich music composition that I made. I'm going to play that, and we're going to see if there is, if we can even bring some semblance of difference in the video recording. Let's do that now. So I'm going to play it from my phone. And off. We're going to go into low. And then you can change to standard. Already I can feel a little bit of difference in the way that the sound surrounds me. It's pretty cool. Let me bring down the volume a little bit. But let's click on auto. Wow, I can really see what they mean by saying immersive sound. It really travels all around me. There's no way this translates to to the video, but you must take my word for it. It is really awesome. I'm really impressed. Already we all know, let me just pause this audio. Already we all know that Tesla has got one of the best sounding audio systems in any car of its class. Many people who have gotten into my car who come from much more expensive OEMs like the Audis and Land Cruisers and BMWs, when they get into my car, they say, the first thing they say is the audio is amazing. Yeah, that is because Tesla's engineers are just phenomenal, and they're all audiophiles themselves, so the audio quality in our cars is just simply stunning. So we're really happy with that. Now without further ado, let's continue with the rest of the video. And this is the Tesla Autopilot Challenge. I recorded this in the morning. Let's watch that and see what are the nice features and minute iterative changes. Now this is something that I always mention to people who are looking to get into a Tesla now. We tell them, have you ever bought a car which becomes better after you bought it? Well, this is Tesla for you. It becomes better with every single software update. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Nash from Tesla and the Gong. Right, this is not Autopilot Challenge yet. I'm just testing this in some city streets now. Double lane marking in the midline. Oh, this I don't know why it's slowed down so much over here. That's interesting. Okay, Let's give it a little bit of throttle. There was only a slight bend in the road. Maybe it saw the cars coming on the opposite side and decided to slow down. I'm not sure what has happened there. Right, if FSD Beta has to come to Australia, we have to solve a fair number of problems. A quick word on FSD Beta. What I'm driving on right now is just Autopilot and not FSD. But the FSD Beta 10, which is out in the US for select testers, is just phenomenal. It is really good. It's not 100% yet, but it's definitely awesome. But we don't have that here in Australia, so we are doing the Autopilot Test and hoping that the data that we send back to Tesla is useful for them to train the dojo and train the neural network so that our autopilot will become better when it drops here. And we have seen that too. So when the autopilot that we're testing right now dropped in the US many months ago, it was not as good as our autopilot over here. So in all here in Australia, we do seem to get slightly better. Okay, it didn't take that left turn. I tried to do that left turn anyway. It's definitely a better version of autopilot that we get here in Australia compared to the US counterparts. This I want to test. This is an 80km/h road, very sharp turn there. That is a scary turn. Wow, that is a scary turn. There are no cars behind me, no cars in front of me. That's why I was comfortable doing that. Okay, that was a scary turn. This is a 40km/h road. Although the schools are not having any students inside, it's still good to follow the rules. Now, did you notice that when autopilot disabled with the steering turn, the TACC or traffic hour cruise control was still active? So if you see what I mean, when I press on the stalk down, so the right stalk is down, you see that blue circle? This is traffic aware cruise control. So I'm not actually pressing on the accelerator and the car is driving by itself. And when I double tap, that's when autopilot engages. I'll show you autopilot in just a bit. Now this is a dangerous thing in my opinion. We should not have traffic aware cruise control active when autopilot disengages with the steering turn. When you press on the brake though, both of them disable. Whereas when you just disable autopilot with the steering shake, the traffic aware cruise control is still active, and that is a little dangerous. I'll show that to you in just a bit when we go ahead and start our Tesla Autopilot Challenge, which we're going to do in just a few moments. Let's just set that up first. Navigate to Shellharbour City Centre. Okay, the route has been plotted. The route is behind there. It'll come up in just a bit. All this is just the traffic light visualization. Okay, we're here. We have a follow vehicle. We can turn on autopilot over here. You see that is traffic hour cruise control, just the blue circle. And when I double tap, this is when autopilot is active. So there's a difference between the two. Some people have asked me how I have autopilot active and how I can change lanes and stuff like that. Well, the basic package of autopilot is standard with all cars. But if you want to have navigate on autopilot, if you want to have on-ramp, off-ramp features, as well as changing lanes on autopilot, you need to have the FSD package. Right now, I believe it is 10,000 Australian dollars. If you ask me, is it worth it? Well, yes and a no, in a sense that it is great for all these kind of cool features that you have, but does it really measure up to 10,000 Aussie dollars? Oh wow! See that car? That was a little dangerous, wasn't it? There was a car. So there was a truck which was sort of going on to the other side, and car came to a sudden brake. And this does alarm the people behind us. The guy behind us is far away, but even so, it does tend to alarm them a wee bit. Now, if FSD is really useful, well, right now not really great. But when the beta FSD drops in, so the features that the US counterparts have, that's when FSD becomes really useful. But if you are somebody who can't wait for it, I guess you don't have to get FSD straight away. Most of the times when people ask me about advice, I tell them don't get FSD right away when you buy the car, unless and until you're going to keep the car for a long time, because we don't know when FSD beta will drop here for us. So that is going to take a while to happen. You can always get FSD subscription It's not active in Australia yet, FSD subscription, but it should trickle down to our shows very soon. Now, so far so good with the Tesla Autopilot run. We don't have any problems, save for the few mishaps that have been pointed out in the video. This is an 80 kilometers an hour road. For people who are watching my videos for the first time, I do these Tesla Autopilot runs over and over again on the same route, either the onward journey towards Shell Harbour or the return journey from Shell Harbour to Wollongong. And so these routes are sort of set in stone, and we are seeing if there are iterative improvements in our Autopilot Challenge videos. Previously, the car used to do a sudden phantom braking over here in this particular overbridge, but that has been solved now. And we have pointed this out as well. So up ahead, the double-laned road will become a single-lane on-ramp towards the Princess Highway. And previously, you see, the car used to waver a little bit. It did give a slight warning, but it did not want to brake or did not want to stop the car. It kept driving, so that is being fixed to some degree. We'll see this is the on-ramp merging onto the Princess Highway. If you want it to automatically merge, like it's going to do what that I'm going to do now, so I'm turning on the the right indicator. So you see, the car has to slow down to merge. It just didn't want to do that at all. Okay, I had to slow down and merge. So that is a little bit of a bummer. Let's go to the other lane. Right now I'm not on autopilot. Let's turn on autopilot. So that is something that Tesla has to fix. So there are slow-moving cars on the left lane, but we want to merge onto that lane. The Tesla vehicle should recognize that those are slow-moving cars on that lane that we're trying to merge onto, and should come to a reasonable distance before they merge. But that's not happened here, so I had to disable that. So that is a strike against autopilot. So you see, this is merge onto the second lane automatically. So I did not turn the steering wheel, it turned by itself. Up ahead, there is a lingering problem in previous autopilot runs where the car thinks that a non-existent stop line is present, and that is the Albion Park exit. People who have watched my previous videos would know it. We've got a map update in the previous run. So 2021.24.5 had a map update. I wonder if that has fixed that particular problem. I'm going to point that out to you. This is 70 kilometers, so I'm going to dial down to 70. And it becomes 70 from here on. That's it. That's pretty good. Just up ahead, where you see the set of traffic lights, you can see the set of traffic lights just starting to show there. That's when the car comes to a stop, thinking that that is a non-existent line. That has been solved. Great, that has been solved. This is brilliant. Oh, no, it has not. No, okay. It has been partially solved at least. So it did see a red line momentarily, although no red line existed there. So I guess that was a red line that was there a long time ago, before that right road was formed. I thought the map update would have solved it. But at the very least, the car did not come to a halt. It saw that red line briefly. That takeover warning was for the car which was there, which was trying to merge onto our lane. If you rewind this and see, you will notice that there was a car there, and that is why there was a minor takeover warning, but I didn't have to intervene at all. The car did everything by itself. So partially fixed. Shall we give it a half a tick mark for that one? I wonder. Okay. Otherwise, so far so good. Now for the rest of the run, it's going to be a straight lane, so I'm going to just fast forward that till we go into the Shell Harbour exit. If there's anything interesting in the meantime, I'll definitely intervene. Otherwise, it's just going to be a quick fast forward run. We have a follow car, so we don't have to do anything. The car is just going to move by itself and follow that car. So far so good. Okay, thus far there has not been anything to report. Here we don't have a lead car, so I have to press on that right stalk for the car to go forward on that traffic light. We wish that that feature has been updated, but we still have to do that. We have to intervene for the car to go forward. Again, no follow car. Again, it says that stopping for traffic control in 200 meters or 100 meters. Press down on the right stop, and on green it will keep going forward. So that's going on there. Now up ahead there is the flashing yellow lights for roadworks that we see in many of our roads, and the car thinks that that is for itself. It's coming up right about now. It just passed those yellow lights. Not bad. It did not stop. That is the prepare to stop yellow light, flashing yellow light, but that is being fixed. I have to test this again if that problem is fixed in a railway crossing as well, and see if that has been fixed. Because those yellow lights on the railway crossing and the red lights on the railway crossing also confuse Autopilot a little bit. Okay, right up ahead, we're going to get Navigate on Autopilot activated, because from here, Princess Highway becomes, it's outside city limits, and that's where Navigate on Autopilot has been activated. And the car has to take that exit to New Lake Entrance Road. It will turn on the indicator by itself. It's done that, and it's taken the exit like a champ. That is pretty good, very good indeed. And Navigate on Autopilot will now disable, and I'm going to take the car out of Autopilot because I want to try and see if it will do that left turn. So 2 times in a row it has done this before. You want to see if that was just dumb luck or if this has been updated to some degree. Let's see this. Okay, I'm here, double tap. Yeah, I know it sees a red line. I'm just giving the throttle a little bit because it can see the line markings. It does take that, so I have not intervened. I'm just holding that steering. It has not taken itself out of Autopilot. That is a good one. 3 on 3. Well done, Tesla. Well done. So even here with Autopilot, our cars do take left turns. Of course, it will not take a right turn. If the lane markings are not seen, or if it's an unprotected left turn, it will not take it. It will definitely not take an unprotected right turn, nor a protected right turn for that matter, as far as I can see. Okay, this one is a Nemesis. Cars do not do roundabouts, but I've seen some of the Autopilot videos out there, even in the US with the FSD beta as well. It does not always take roundabouts in a smooth fashion. I recently saw an FSD beta video from Dennis of Orange County, the Tesla Owners Club Orange County. He posted a video of his FSD run, and he specifically tagged us saying that, guys, here in Phantom Lane 4 and in Australia, check out these Autopilot runs. It's not as smooth in all roundabouts. Dennis is specifically interesting for our intents and purposes here in Australia, because he has lived here in Australia for a fair while, so he knows our driving conditions. He knows our small roundabouts and how many roundabouts we have on our roads. So if you want to check out his FSD beta videos, please do that. I am going to link one of his most recent FSD beta version 10 videos in the description of this video as well. So that's that. We have reached Shell Harbour City Centre. Up ahead there is one single test I want to do. I'm going to see if auto park feature will work without 2 cars being on either side of the lane. I saw the 32.5 update in a Plaid Model S, which did not rely on radar. So for now, Autopilot always relies on radar. So there must be a vehicle on both sides of the parking lane or parking bay before Autopilot works. Autopark works. But they are going to remove this because most of our new Teslas do not have any radar. It relies completely on Envision, and as we saw in the AI day, Tesla's vision protocols are just phenomenal. But we still have radar on our cars. This is a Tesla 2021 Model 3 with radar. So we still rely on the radar data. Okay, here we go. This is a quick demo of Autopark when there are cars on either side. So there's a car on the left, you can see that there, and there's a car on the right. So when I try to do when I try to reverse over here, it should rightio. There you see it says there's auto park ready, and when I click on it, it will go and park the car by itself. I'm not holding the steering wheel. Yeah, I'm ready to intervene, of course, but it's doing a fine job. You can see that there is a fair amount of gap. It will now turn the steering wheel as it's doing right now, go forward, it will position itself in that bay. You can see that there, it sees the lines, and it will back up the car. This is particularly useful when you're doing parallel parking, and I have separate videos on parallel parking as well. And of course you do need to have FSD package for this to work. So that's not bad at all. You see that that gap is beautiful, and that's very nice. Now we're going to test this to see if this will work without these cars being over here. Let's do that. So when we go here, there are no cars. So if you keep watching, there are no cars over here. And now when I try to, park, we do not get that auto park feature. So you see, although you can see the lanes there, so this is where I'm going to park now. Just as a demo, auto park did not get activated. Whereas in 32.5 in the played Tesla Model S, there's been an update where it relies on just visual data. I'll link a video to that in the description as well. So it just relies on visual data to park, and that is a cool feature. Thank you guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in another interesting video very soon. If you are on the lookout for a Tesla of your own, an S3X or AY, kindly consider using my referral code. Details of the same are in the description of this video. All of the referral code related Tesla miles or kilometers, so you can use my referral code anywhere in the world. So all of those miles or kilometers that I gain will go into my higher Tesla Model 3, which I hire out via ev.com.au at a substantially low price than anybody else, because my most important goal there is to get as many bums on seats so that we can advance the uptake of EVs as well as Teslas here in Australia. And I must say a fair number of people have used my code and have bought their Teslas after driving my car, and I'm absolutely humbled by your gesture. You don't have to use my code, of course. It's just only a consideration. Please do reward the person who has helped you in your Tesla or EV journey. Many people have written back to me saying that, Nash, we hired your car, but we did not buy a Tesla. Instead we bought this EV, but they have transited to EV, and that is great as well. So every single ICE car that is removed from the road is a great win for all of us here in Australia. I'll see you guys in another interesting video very soon. Until then, this is Nash from Tesla and the Gong, signing off. Peace.